if you feel like you've packed on pounds this holiday season and have vowed, that's not true, Tori.
I feel it, so I'm just letting you know.
Vowed to shed them in the new year, you're in luck. We have an expert to help us kick off the new year. That's right, psychologist Cason joins us live with resolution tips. Okay, so first of all, welcome to our crazy and chaotic show. I'm sure you've overheard a lot of our previous segments.
Thank you. I love it.
Awesome. Okay, so Dr. Greg, we talked about Valerie Bertinelli's body image breakdown. She shared that she was unhappy with how she looked in a recent photo. What's the best way to pick up ourselves after feeling like that? Because a lot of us were able to relate to her video.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things. It's a universal video. Almost anyone who's been on a weight loss journey has been there. But instead of putting yourself down, which will actually make things worse, compassion is key. You've got to be able to look at yourself and say, hey, I understand. We all make mistakes. We all fall down. This happened. I'm going to I skinned my knees, so I'm going to just have to get back up and start back on that journey, but not put yourself down.
I want to actually incorporate myself into this because I kind of find it motivational to put myself down, and that's gaining weight. That's one example during the holidays. I know I'm going to put it down, but should I ever shame myself because I know I'm going to start crushing the gym in the new year?
Huge misconception. I can't even tell you how bad that one is, because what it does is it may fuel the behavior short term, but then it fills you with shame, which will cause tension, which will lead you back to the very thing that caught you gaining weight again. So you're going to probably eat more, or you're going to stay away from the gym. So that is actually, it's good for short-term motivation. It's not good for long-term.
So shame can't equal motivation in any sense?
Shame can equal motivation short-term, but what it does is long-term damage, which will cause you to do things like overeat or stay away from the gym or drink too much, etc.
That doesn't sound like me at all.
You just got a free therapy session in 2 minutes.
Very well done.
I didn't want to embarrass you.
Well, I have to ask you because, it's almost a running joke now, like which one of your New Year's Eve resolutions are you actually going to follow? So they've gotten a bad rep because most people fail at them. They don't carry them out. So should we just cancel New Year's resolutions altogether?
No, absolutely not. New Year's resolutions are actually really kind of a positive thing for most people. They make you feel more confident, more in control. There have even been studies that show some people feel taller when they make a New Year's resolution and stronger, oddly enough. It's just that act of making a resolution. But the resolution for most people, they do something, they have false hope syndrome, they try it, it's too hard, they give up, and then they feel like a failure. So they're going about it all wrong. We don't want to cancel New Year's resolutions, we just want to change our approach.
Okay, so what is the approach? I'm sincerely asking. You have some resolution rules. Talk to me.
So resolution rules, first of all, you want to think the number 1. We may have a lot of 2s in the year coming up, but 1 is the magic number. So number 1 is the 1-minute rule. Everyone can do something for 1 minute a day. Commit to doing whatever it is in your resolution for 1 minute a day. And if it doesn't lend itself to time, then do one thing a day. If it's something like drink 1 glass of water or have 1 piece of fruit. That's what you want to do, is stick to the number 1. And if your habit that you're trying to give up is something that you're trying to give up, like say smoking or checking your phone, you can do that for 10 minutes. Put that off for 10 minutes in the morning. We can all do without something for 10 minutes. If you practice this every single day, eventually it'll become easy enough that you can start increasing the time periods. But don't start with a bigger time. Start with the smallest time you possibly can and build success.
I can spend 1 minute with Jeff. I can do that. I can work on that.
Dr. Greg, before we go, let's get back to shaming. Is it okay to shame people in the workplace to motivate them for the new year?
No.
Shaming sucks. It's like the worst.
It's the worst.
And that's why I think I like the cancellation culture discussion earlier or whatever it was, because that is the act of shaming. We've got to get away from shaming. We've got to do what was suggested and give people grace. We've got to have a generosity of spirit for our fellow human, and that will enable change to really happen.
Dr. Greg.
Speaks the truth.
You just got a round of applause. applause, Dr. Greg. And we don't
Thank
hand
you.
those out
No, we
very often. No, we don't. DBL Nation, you can keep up with him by visiting drgregcason.com. Fantastic grand chair, too.
I was looking at that chair like I need that.
We all had those chairs.
I want one.
We need them back.
we need to get you back. And
The wing back.
We'll be right back. Thank you, Dr. Greg.
Thanks, Doc.
Thank you.
He can help our group.
Thank you.